Welcome. In this video lecture, I am going to talk about one of the machine learning, supervised machine learning algorithm, which is known as polynomial regression. So basically, how it is look like. So if we would like to write down the equation of the polynomial regression model, that is going to be y is equal to, or you can say f of x is equal to b. So b is the intercept, whereas the w is the weighted value, or you can say the coefficient of the first variable, which is x. Okay, or you can say the first feature, then the first feature square into the second coefficient, okay, that is w2, or you can say beta 2, up to so on. Then the feature weight of dth power and x power d. Okay, so this is the polynomial regression equation. Okay, so remember that if we have only one feature, then what we are going to do is, so depending upon if the degree is equal to 3, so how you can write down this equation, that is going to y is equal to b plus w1x plus w2x square plus w3x cube. So this is the degree 3 polynomial regression equation, right? Similarly, if you would like to write down a degree 2 polynomial linear regression model, then you can write down till up to this one. Okay, so remember that if you have the two features, like we have the x1 and x2, and we would like to write down the polynomial regression model with respect to the degree 2, so it is going to be y is equal to b plus w1 x square x1 square, similarly w2 x2 square, sorry, x1 cube, degree 2. So this is going to be power 1, this is going to be power 2, then plus w3 x2 power 1 plus w4 x2 power square. So this is if we have the two features and we would like to apply the polynomial regression model for degree 2. So this polynomial linear regression model can be seen as the special case of the multiple linear regression if we replace these polynomial powers with the linear, you can say linear features, which is x1 and x2. So that's where you can call it as the special case of a polynomial. Polynomial regression is a special case of a multiple linear regression model, right? And remember that this polynomial regression model, also known as polynomial linear regression model. Why it is called as linear? Because due to the parameters power. So because the parameters are always in a linear form, so that's why it is called as a polynomial linear regression, right? And now the question is, what degree of the polynomial regression model we should use, which is what would be the value of the d we are going to use, whether we are going to use the degree 2 polynomial linear regression model or a 3 or a 4. So this degree is basically a hyperparameter, so which we can use the multiple techniques, either hit and trial approach. Okay, but the better one is we can use the cross validation method in order to identify the best polynomial path, right? So, and in which situation we can apply this polynomial regression model? If you can see that we have the feature x and there is a dependent variable y, okay, which is a target variable, and this is the relationship between x and y. As you can see that this is not a linear form. So if we apply the linear regression model, it will be underfit model, right? So it is not capturing the training data or the data pattern properly. So for that, we have to apply a polynomial regression model. So let me go to the Python, and using Scikit-Learn, we are going to see the example. So for that, obviously I am using the basic pandas library to read the file. Okay, NumPy as well as the matplotlib. Then I am using train test in order to split the data into the training and testing from the sklearn model selection module. Then from the pre-processing, I am picking the polynomial features. So which mean in order to decide what degree of polynomial linear regression I would like to apply. And then from the linear model, I'm calling the linear regression, because ultimately, as I mentioned, that we are applying the polynomial linear regression model, right? So then, based on these matrices from the Scikit-Learn metrics, I'm going to evaluate the performance of the model, right? So after calling it, I am reading a data set. So I have a data set called inventory data. So if we run it, after reading this data, we can see that it has the two columns. So now I would like to see if I'm going to increase the inventory level in my store or a warehouse or a organization. What's the relationship it has with the cost? Okay, so for that I am using a scatter plot, okay, with respect to the inventory as well as the cost. Okay, so using the matplotlib, so with the help of this we are deciding the figure size. I'm drawing the scatter plot, x-axis label, y label, as well as I'm saying show the plot. So now you can see that, so the inventory and the cost having the non-linear relationship. So in this case, so if we are going to apply the linear regression model, then it would not be able to capturing the data pattern. So for that we have to use a polynomial linear regression model. So for that, what I am going to do is I have picked the x's is equal to the inventory, that is my independent variable, and the cost is my dependent or the target variable. Okay, so after defining this one, I am saying that split the data into the training and the test part. So use the 70% as a training and 30% is a test. Okay, and the random state 0 is indicating that, so I would like to get the same data every time. Okay, so there should be no randomness. Okay, so the input variable is going to be the part of x, which is the x part, and this is the y. Okay, and then we are dividing the x into the two-part train test, as well as the y we are dividing into the two parts. Okay, now we are first of all defining the degree, which is equal to 3. Okay, then from the function polynomial features, okay, I am indicating at what degree of polynomial linear regression I would like to apply. So as the degree is 3 we have defined, so we are calling that degree is equal to 3, so that the polynomial features of degree 3 is polynomial linear regression model we are would like to apply. Now what we are doing is we are calculating this polynomial degree function. With the help of this one we are doing the fit and transform on the input variables as well as the test. Then we are basically calling the linear regression model, and then we are applying the linear regression model on our polynomial regression, which means on this. So that means we are applying the 3-degree polynomial linear regression model. Okay, so if we run this one, then based on that we can predict it. Polynomial regression dot predict on the test data, so we have predicted it, and then I am calculating the mean square error. So basically I have created the data frame from the pandas. So I have given these names of the matrices, and then from these matrices I am giving the value. So I am calculating the mean square value with the help of this function of the test, and the predicted value same as the case R square, mean absolute error, mean absolute percentage error, as well as the root mean square error. So then I am printing this table. So this is basically our test data measures of evaluation matrix, right? But obviously, as we know that smaller the mean square error, better the model is. Higher the root R square, better the model is. Smaller mean absolute error, smaller mean absolute percentage error, smaller root mean square error, better the model is. So these are the comparative measures. So in order to compare it, what I have done is I have also applied the degree 2 and degree 3 model. So right now we got these results for degree 3, but before to compare it with degree 2 polynomial linear regression and degree 3, what I am doing is I am getting basically the model coefficients of degree 3. So first, with the help of this particular command, in this we have basically the features that is our input, okay, variables. So I am saying that give me their names in the X column. So if I am going to write down this one uh, and run it, so you will see that it is going to give me one inventory, inventory square, inventory cube, because inventory is our uh, the independent variable, which is the X. So it is giving me the polynomial powers, right? And then what I am going to do is in the feature, I am going to get the feature names. That is this one, which is inventory, inventory square, inventory cube. And then in the coefficient column, I am basically getting the polynomial regression coefficients, which is basically the weight value. That is against the inventory, we will get the W1, or you can say beta 1, then beta 2, and beta 3. And at the end, I am also writing down the intercept, which is beta naught value. So if we run it, so this is basically the beta 1 value, this is beta 2, this is beta 3. So which means how much this particular polynomial power is affecting the target variable, or you can say the cost, right? Similarly, this is the intercept. And if you would like to write down in terms of the equation form, so what I have done is I have written down the intercept value. Okay, so y is equal to the intercept. Then I am using the loop from the length of the regression coefficients. So that, as we know, that that is a 3 if I'm starting from 1. Okay, so I am writing the first, second, and the third one. Okay, so with the help of this code. Now I am using basically doing the comparison part. So this is once again in and out. We are training and splitting the data, train and test. So we are evaluating with the help of this one, and we would like to evaluate of power 2 and power 3 polynomial linear regression, right? So in a result, I am storing the results of these two models. So first I am saying that evaluate the polynomial features of degree is equal to d, which mean basically the degree d is in degrees, that is against 2 as well as 3. So first it is going to fit the polynomial linear regression model of degree 2, and then it is going to be 3, and save the results in the result variable. Okay, so with the help of this result.append function, I am basically storing the training and the test data in this result, right? And then I am basically converting this result into the data frame and then printing both the polynomial degree powers result. So this is degree 2 result, this is degree 3, degree 2 and degree 3 against mean square error as well as the R square perspective. So this is the training data, this is the test data. So if you can see that with respect to mean square error, degree 2 and degree 3, so we can easily see that the degree 3 model is doing good on this data compared to degree 2. Same is the case with respect to R square as well. So this is a higher number, so that means degree 3 is doing good. Similarly, with respect to mean absolute error, degree 3 is doing good. So that means if you would like to predict it, so the degree 3 is better model for this data set in order to identify how much cost we are going to bear as the inventory is going to be increased. So thank you so much. See you in the next video.